we exited into the cool night air and strolled toward our hotel. "Where's Bruiser tonight?" I asked while looking out over the Seine.
"I gave him the night off. We are in Paris, after all."
Martin expected some type of protest, but I remained silent. The city was too beautiful for an argument.
"You do realize Bruiser really isn't his name, right?"
Bruiser was the nickname I insisted on giving his current full-time bodyguard. "He'll always be Bruiser to me." We reached our hotel and headed up in the elevator. I caught a glimpse of our reflection in the mirrored doors. Martin was impeccably dressed as always, tonight in a black Prada suit with his stylish dark brown hair, amazing good looks, and toned athletic build. Despite the jet lag, I was impressed how pulled together I appeared, wearing a black skirt, silk blouse, and the Jimmy Choo pumps Martin left in my possession from my previous stint working for him. My brown hair was pulled back and curled as it cascaded down my shoulders. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought we were a couple. Luckily, I knew better.
"Come up for a nightcap?"
"I have that meeting in the morning," I replied, and mixed in with the jet lag, I'd probably sleep through the alarm and miss the entire thing.
"You could stay with me tonight. I'll make sure you get up in the morning."
His green eyes sparkled. Ha ha. Martin was the ever-optimistic Lothario. "I won't date my boss, remember?"
"But I'm not your employer anymore. Martin Technologies is, and I didn't say anything about dating. I just asked you to stay the night, on the couch if you prefer. I remember how much you like to sleep on those."
I narrowed my eyes at him.
"Fine."
His speech pattern became slightly more formal.
"But there was something else I wanted to discuss with you. Business-related, I promise."
"Okay," I cautiously agreed. "You didn't have to wait this long."
"Why ruin our weekly dinner, especially when we're in this exotic locale?"
He smiled. The elevator doors opened on my floor, and we both looked out into the hallway.
"Plus, I want you to see the view from my room."
He pushed the closed door button, and we continued the ascent to the penthouse suite. Classic Martin, I thought. "Can't you just tell me now?"
"What fun would that be?"
The elevator doors opened again, and we exited onto the top floor. He pulled out his room key and unlocked the door, holding it open so I could step inside. Walking into the incredibly large and lavish suite, I was awed by the magnificent view of the Eiffel Tower lit up in the night sky. Maybe the ride up to your room wasn't a complete waste of my time. I gave in, turning around to find him already pouring drinks from the minibar. "I'm not drinking." He ignored my protest and mixed a martini for me and poured 2 fingers of scotch for himself.
"In case you change your mind."
He brought the glasses over and handed them to me so he could open the balcony door. We sat outside at the small table with our drinks. I slowly spun the glass on the tabletop, waiting for him to tell me what possible business agenda he needed my help with now. He leaned back and took off his tie, unbuttoning the first few buttons of his shirt a bit awkwardly, using only his left hand. Once he was situated, he picked up his scotch and took a sip. "Any time now." I stared at him, waiting for him to begin.
"I was thinking."
He began slowly, prolonging this as much as possible.
"If you have the time, maybe you could give the Paris branch of Martin Tech the quick once-over. Make sure the place is secure, no obvious security leaks, and check out Luc Guillot and make sure he isn't a murderous, conniving son of a bitch before I offer him the VP position."
"That can be arranged." Making a quick mental assessment, I tried to determine the most efficient way of doing things. "The painting isn't being moved until the end of the week, so I can swing by tomorrow after my meeting or—" The time difference and jet lag were getting to me. "What's today?" Martin chuckled.
"Monday."
"Okay, so Tuesday afternoon or..."